Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. It comes in 1/35 scale, and here we have figurine set. I would say it's more of a diorama set because we have so-called Feldkuche. So even though the kit number is 35618, we have, I would say, the full set of the things which you can use for the diorama project in 1/35 scale. You can see it here on the box art, so there are several figurines, some items, and also the special field kitchen. So basically you can just add the diorama base and you'll be good to go. And of course what you see here, it's the final shape of this release, so it means you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. It should be already available in Matelimex, for example. And in terms of the box size, you can see that the I would say it's a typical format for ICM. Here on the side you'll find also some information about the kit. So it's written that we have 88 parts for assembly of the German field kitchen and 61 parts for assembly of 4 figurines. And here on the opposite side you can see actually what is included here. Let's say it's kind of profile for this figurines and the field kitchen. So as usual, box is sealed with clear tape, so I'm just going to open it right now. And in the meantime, I can also remind you that there is another kit which is carrying the field kitchen. It's so-called Goulash Kanone, and as you remember, it was also released in 1/35 scale. I reviewed it, so in case you missed it, you can find it on the same YouTube channel, and I really recommend to check it because it's quite an interesting combo of the truck and the field kitchen in the back section. So as you can see, the box styling is quite typical for ICM. It means we have the flexible top cover, and then we have the white cardboard box which protects all of the parts inside. Usually all kits from ICM arrive to me in a really tip-top condition, so as you can see, this one is not an exclusion from the rule. And I just need to open this resealable plastic bag, and we will start with the check of the parts. I can see that some frames are actually provided in 2 pieces. So for example, we will start with this chassis parts, if I will be able to disconnect them. Here they are. So those parts will be used for the field kitchen, and as you can guess, these are the chassis bars together with the leaf springs, and I think it's not difficult to separate them off the frame, and the molding quality looks fine, so it's just a matter of installing them into the necessary spot. Next, the same applies to these items. So it's the sprue G2, and here we have the various sacks and boxes, and also the jerry cans. As far as you can see, there is also the bucket. And all of this stuff looks really good. Of course, you don't have to use everything at once, but maybe if you would like to build a sophisticated scene with the field kitchen, then you will be, let's say, obliged to use all of these items. But again, it's your decision. And if you flip over the sprue, there are guiding elements inside, so it's quite a smart design. And I think all of these items will be a really good addition for the diorama project. And, well, kit does not employ the PE parts, so some modelers will be happy to learn this because all of the handles, even here, they are pre-molded, and well, those modelers who are not happy with this, they can just easily delete the handles with the sharp scriber and then just reapply them with a metal wire. So what we have here is the parts for the field kitchen. As you can see, we have the road wheels, we have also the panels for the main section, let's say, and also some additional minor elements here which will be added here and there. Overall, the parts division, I would say, it's somewhat logical. So here inside again we have some guiding tabs. It's not like just the plain panels, and maybe it's a good addition to play with the shading and also with the weathering of those parts, because those field kitchens rarely were staying in the factory fresh appearance, if we can say so. So if you would like to get the really good look which will copy the real thing, then definitely go for some weathering and shading or paint modulation, because the final result will only benefit from such thing. And I usually suggest it to all armor builders, and I think this one is not different. So just to show you again, here we have all the guiding tabs, guiding pins, so really smart design in my opinion. Okay, so this is the main sprue for the field kitchen, but that's not all. We also have the sprue for the figurines. So as you remember, we have 4 figurines, and of course for the plastic kit it's quite I would say somewhat expected that you have the poses predefined. You won't be able to change much here, but this is not an issue because we have quite an interesting position of these figurines. we do not have the guiding elements, and the overall parts division is somewhat standard or classic for 135 scale. So I suggest we zoom in into one corners because each corner is dedicated to one of the figurines. For example, here you can see the figurine with this tray, and we have the head molded without a head. So this will be definitely appreciated by figurine painters because such design is easier to paint and assemble. The same applies to this figurine. So as you can see here, we have a slightly different design because this one I think was standing in front of the table. That's why we have some table parts here as well. We also have some sausages and the knife in the hand. So this is quite interesting because as you can see, both hands are molded together with some items in them. Usually ICM was including such things separately, but here we have them pre-molded. Here is another guy in a standing position and one more here. So again with an axe and also some chopped wood. So this is also quite interesting attention to small details because this chopped wood would be I would say somewhat tedious to replicate with help of your scratch building and your own tools. But here you get it included as a standard bonus, so definitely a useful thing, and with some careful painting you will get a nice result. What is interesting, we have the decals from the truck set which I was mentioning before, so that's why we have the license plates, which you obviously do not need for the field kitchen. At least I do not remember the field kitchens with the license plates on them, but overall printing quality is really good, so maybe some of the decals will be useful as the I would say somewhat additional spare thing for your future projects. So that's not all. We also have the assembly manual. So assembly manual is printed as a large color brochure. So here I will have to close the lenses a bit and maybe zoom out further. So now you can see what we have here. It's the parts map and also the colors chart. Unfortunately no history note, but I would recommend to check some reference photos of the real field kitchen so that you can get some inspiration in order to copy it properly. So here we start with assembly process of the field kitchen. So a lot of things are actually going straight away together. On the second step, for example, you can see a lot of panels joined together. It is also suggested that you have to paint some parts from the inner side. So definitely check them how they will be combining together, because it might be the case that some of the sections will be really hard to reach later. Here we continue also with various items. So these are various boxes, canisters, and also jerry cans and buckets, and also the sacks of various things. We also have the marking options in two colors, but as I said, it's not difficult probably to find some other reference material which you can copy. And also here we have the figurines guide. So those recent releases from ICM have the figurines marking guide combined together with assembly manual and shown in terms of this I would say painting on the one of the pages. So it's easy to decipher, but it's quite interesting approach. And as for the whole kit, it should be already available, so you can get it in Modelimex webshop together with other releases from ICM. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.